Good morning. This is Karen with NewClevelandRadio.net. And today I want to share a message with you that I found on Facebook. I did get it approved that I could read it to all of you because I'm hoping that I will reach some of you who just may not see this on Facebook. It's from Kalix Jacobson. Kalix, I hope I did pronounce your name correctly. It starts off, I wanted to share a few stories with y'all. In 2018, I moved to Israel for school, and in the airport, I met a boy and a young man. The boy was in the United States for a rare surgery that had just been completed, and he was returning home to the Gaza Strip. He was a Palestinian Muslim. His cousin, who accompanied him, was a Christian Arab. The three of us were traveling buddies. Every leg of the trip, we checked in. We hung out while the seatbelt light signs were off. I made sure the kid had enough to eat. The kid told me about life in the Gaza Strip, and the young man told me about his excitement to visit Bethlehem and other Christian holy sites. As an American Jew, a Christian Arab, and a Palestinian Muslim step into a plane. One of the big concerns for this young man was making sure he could get to the taxis on time. The border to the Gaza Strip has a curfew and shuts down to traffic at certain hours. And the primary concern was getting him home on time. His big cousin and I talked about the complexities of living in Gaza and the difficulties of being an Arab and landing in Israel. He shot me a look at passport control I'll never forget. As far as I know, the kid made it home safely. I think about them a lot. I kept Shabbat for most of the time I lived in Israel. And so I would go for walks on Saturday afternoons with no phone and no wallet. I often went to the Muslim and Arab sections of the old city to go look at the beautiful things that the folks there were making. Many times they would call me into their store and I'd tell them I had no money because of Shabbat. And instead of sending me on my way because I could not buy from them, many Saturdays I'd get invited into these shops for coffee, often Turkish style, or hot tea. We talk about where I'm from, what I'm doing here, and they tell me about living in the old city. Many of them have lived in the same houses for 1,000 years. An American Jew and a Muslim from an old city just having drinks and a chat on a Shabbat afternoon. I once went on a date with a girl in the gay area of Jerusalem. Yes, there is one, but it's small. She was, she was a Sephardi. At the table next to us was an Arab Israeli and Jerusalemite. All of us were gay, and we had some drinks and talked about the city we all loved. An American Ashkenazi Jew, a Sephardic Israeli Jew, a Christian Israeli Arab, and a Muslim East Jerusalemite walk in a gay bar, literally. I don't have anything to add to the political discussion of Israel and Palestine. It's all awful and it's all been said. But what I do have to say is there are millions of people like that young boy in the Gaza Strip, or the shopkeepers I met in the old city, or the Jerusalemite I shared a beer with. None of these people over there on either side deserve to be bombed or attacked or assaulted in any way. These folks were my neighbors, and they were my friends, Israeli, Palestinian. We were all family. And it breaks my heart to watch what is happening right now. My heart goes out to everyone experiencing the difficulties over there right now. I guess what I'm saying is at the end of the day, we are all humans. And no matter who you are, or what side or another, or if you're just learning all you can to make informed opinions about the situation, I just want to remind you that we are all talking about real human beings whose lives and livelihoods are at stake. Shalom. Peace will come, and let it begin with me. Again, this was written by Kalix Jacobson. She's a friend of mine on Facebook. I hope to have her on New Cleveland Radio in the very near future. So, Kalix, thank you so much for writing this piece, for reminding us that we all have same wants in this world, and it's time we find peace. Thank you very much. And if you want a copy of this, please let me know. And I will make sure that I get it onto my Facebook page or newclevelandradio.net so that you can have a copy of it. And if you have words to share, please let us know. Have a great day.